jumuiya yetu. Viwandani na hata mashambani, tufanye kazi sote kwa makini, tujitoe kwa hali na mali, tuijenge jumuiya bora. Jumuiya yetu sote tuilinde, tuajibike, tuimarike. Umoja wetu ni nguzo yetu, idumu jumuiya yetu.
Thank you. You may be seated. Your Excellency, the chairperson of the summit, His Excellency Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, Your Excellency President Yoweri Museveni of the Republic of Uganda, Your Excellency President of Rwanda, His Excellency Paul Kagame, Your Excellency the President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan, Your Excellency the President of the Republic of Burundi, Evariste Ndayishimiye, represented by the Vice President Prosper Bazombanza, Your Excellency Salva Kiir, President of the Republic of South Sudan, represented by His Excellency Dr. Barnaba Marial Benjamin, Your Excellency President of DR Congo, Felix Antoine Tshisekedi, the Chair of the Council of Ministers, and all members of the Council, the Secretary General of EAC, Dr. Peter Mathuki, the Speaker of EALA, Honorable Martin Ngoga, the Judge President of EACJ, Honorable Justice Nestor Kayobera, the DSGs present, Engineer Mulote and Bazivamo, DG Customs, Kenneth Babungunda, all protocols observed. This is the 19th Extraordinary Summit of EAC Heads of States, convened to consider the report of the Council of Ministers on the negotiations between the EAC and the Democratic Republic of Congo, the admission of DRC into the East African Community. Allow me now to pass over to the chair. We'll continue the session beginning with the Constitution of the Bureau. Welcome, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, once again, good morning, and I welcome you to this virtual 19th Extraordinary Summit of the East African Heads of State and Government. Before we commence our business, permit me to call upon let me call the summit now to order according to rule number 11 of the Rules of Procedure of the Summit of Heads of State and Government. The quorum is all partner states. Representation, I have ascertained that now all partner states are in attendance. And I thank you all once again, Your Excellencies, for finding time to attend this 19th Extraordinary Summit. As we have been guided, the first order of business is the Constitution of the Bureau, and I call for the Constitution of the Bureau with the Republic of Kenya as chair and the Republic of Burundi as rapporteur, and I note that the Bureau is now duly constituted. I thank you. We now move to the adoption of the agenda and program, and I call for proposals to adopt and second the adoption of the agenda and program. And maybe just by a show of hands, we can approve the agenda and program. I thank Your Excellencies. The agenda and program are adopted. I will now give my opening remarks for the summit. Your Excellency, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, President of the Republic of Uganda, Your Excellency Paul Kagame, President of the Republic of Rwanda, Your Excellency Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Your Excellency Prosper Bazumbaza, Vice President of the Republic of Burundi, Dr. Barnaba Marial Benjamin, Minister of Presidential Affairs in the Republic of South Sudan, honorable ministers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me take this opportunity to welcome you all to this extraordinary summit of the East African heads of state and government. We meet today to consider issues of critical importance to our regional integration process. All over the world, countries are integrating and organizing themselves into regional economic blocs to strengthen intra-regional trading and increase inter-regional competitiveness through economies of scale. Here in East Africa, we did resolve more than 50 years ago that we would approach the globalized world as a united bloc. Over the last 2 decades since its revival, the East African community has continued to deepen and widen the regional integration process, guided by our treaty for the establishment of the East African community. Today, we take another critical step towards regional integration as we deliberate on the application by the Democratic Republic of the Congo to join the East African community. When we discussed the issue during our last meeting in December of 2021, we agreed that the application be prioritized and concluded within the provisions of the treaty. I want to applaud all government ministers and officials from all partner states, as well as the East African community officials who worked hard on this decision to expeditiously conclude the negotiations, thus paving the way for the admission of the Democratic Republic of Congo into the East African community. The Democratic Republic of Congo applied to join the East African community in February of 2018. Today, 4 years on, the Democratic Republic of Congo has met all the set criteria for admission, and we are all proud to have concluded the regional processes for admitting new members as provided for in our rules of procedure. Admitting the Democratic Republic of Congo into the East African community is historic for our community and for the African continent at large. It demonstrates the agility of the community to expand beyond its social-cultural boundaries to new people and trade-centered partnerships and collaboration, which expand opportunities for our people in trade, investment, and jobs. Your Excellencies, today, the 29th of March, 2022, therefore marks another historic day for the East African community as we admit an additional member to our growing community. This date adds to other calendar milestones as we progressively deepen our integration, to appreciate the journey we have walked together. And it is worth reminding ourselves of the other calendar milestones, and these include November 30th of 1999, when during the 4th summit that was held in Arusha, we signed the treaty for the establishment of the East African Community. We moved to July 7th of the year 2000, the date on which the treaty for the re-establishment of the East African Community came into force, recreating a new regional organization, the East African Community. To June the 18th, 2007, when the Republic of Rwanda and the Republic of Burundi acceded to the East African Treaty. To July 1st of 2009, when both Rwanda and Burundi joined the East African Customs Union and later held simultaneous official launch ceremonies in their respective capitals on the 6th of July, 2009. And then to September 5th, 2016, when the Republic of South Sudan became a full member of the East African Community. I therefore today commend the negotiation teams led by the Council of Ministers for their dedication and the good work that they have done in processing this application from the Democratic Republic of Congo. I further commend the East African organs, institutions for facilitating the processing and producing the result in record times. Today, as the chair of the East African Community, I proudly and warmly welcome our brothers and sisters from the Democratic Republic of Congo to the East African Community, and we look forward to joining hands in strengthening our community together. Working together, we have more to gain than when we are separate. Indeed, the people of the Democratic Republic of Congo and those of the East African Community, as has already been stated by President Samia Hassan, have already moved ahead and integrated in various aspects of life, including language, social, as well as economically. To you, our dear brother, President Felix Tshisekedi, we welcome you to the summit of the East African Community Heads of State and Government. With the admission of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, the community will expand significantly in various aspects of mutual benefit for all. Indeed, the combined population and GDP of our community will grow by 50% and 25% respectively, implying a corresponding expansion of the market for goods and services. These numbers imply expanded market opportunities for producers located within the EAC under the Customs Union. The expanded community will attract more investments across all sectors and will attract more investment as also we create wealth and employment for our people. Equally important, the community will be in a better position to combine resources to develop the much needed infrastructure, especially the main transit corridors running from east to west. The said infrastructure is crucial in facilitating cross-border movements of goods, people, as well as physical capital as envisioned in the East African Common Market. With a larger market, the community will achieve better outcomes brought about by the economies of scale and pooling of productive human and financial resources. Indeed, the verification report of the Democratic Republic of Congo has confirmed that one, the Democratic Republic of Congo has bilateral and multilateral cooperation frameworks with the EAC partner states in various areas, including customs, infrastructure, productive, as well as social sectors. Secondly, it embraces a free market economy with liberalized trade, financial sector, and investment regime. Thirdly, its taxation system has similarities with those of the East African partner states. Fourthly, the Democratic Republic of Congo is a member of various regional as well as international bodies to which the East African Community partner states belong. And lastly, it has infrastructure plans that target connection with East African Community partner states. All of these points lay a strong foundation for our integration and cooperation. As the integration of the Democratic Republic of Congo into the East African Community commences from today, we will build on the alignment and the verification report, establish and develop strategic interventions on areas that need to be addressed to ensure the full participation of the DRC into the East African Community. An important first step is to ensure that we adhere to the agreed timelines for accession as specified in our accession law, as well as the negotiation documents building on the progress already made in the implementation of the customs union, the common market, as well as the monetary union. Second, and in line with the treaty, which provides for a community in which the people are at the core of our integration, there is need to ensure that the people of the DRC, just like their brothers and sisters in the East African community, are kept updated on the East African integration process. Awareness creation activities will need to be carried out on a continuous basis in order for the people to access the benefits of integration. In addition, the admission to the community comes with various obligations as specified in our treaty, from full participation in policy making to implementation of the agreed commitments, protocols, and laws. All partner states are required to meet their obligations. This ensures that the integration process moves ahead smoothly and the achievements of our objectives as set out by our treaty are realized as has been envisioned. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, I want to once again reaffirm the commitment of the summit to overseeing the success of the East African Community integration process. We are fully aware of the social and economic benefits realizable from a strong regional bloc in this globalized world. We have therefore resolved to give full support to the success of this process for the benefit of all our citizens in the East African region. With these few remarks, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for your kind attention and once more take this opportunity to welcome our brothers and sisters from the Democratic Republic of Congo into the East African community and His Excellency, President Felix Tshisekedi, to the summit of the East African heads of state. Long live the East African community, and I thank you all. Thank you, Your Excellencies. Thank you, Your Excellencies. And with those welcoming remarks, I would now like to call upon the Secretary General to make his brief statement. Secretary General, you have the floor.
Mute.
Secretary General, you're not audible.
So, sorry, Your Excellency. I thank you, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, Uhuru Kenyatta, President of the Republic of Kenya, and the chairperson of the East African Community Heads of State Summit, Your Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, President of the Republic of Uganda, Your Excellency Paul Kagame, President of the Republic of Rwanda, Your Excellency Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Your Excellency Prosper Bazobanza, Vice President of the Republic of Burundi, representing His Excellency President Evariste Ndayishimiye, Dr. Barnaba Mario Benjamin, Minister of Presidential Affairs, Republic of South Sudan, representing His Excellency President Salva Kiir Mayardit, Your Excellency Felix Antoine Tshisekedi, President of the Democratic Republic of Congo in attendance, Chairperson and members of the EAC Council of Ministers, distinguished permanent principal and undersecretaries, heads of East African community organs and institutions, my brother, the Speaker, Honorable Martin Goga, my brother, Honorable Kayobera, the Judge President, honorable members of Parliament and of IALA here present, members of Diplomatic Corps, representatives of development partners, the chairperson of the East African Business Council, and the representatives of the private sector, distinguished colleagues, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great humility that I wish to welcome Your Excellencies to this 19th Extraordinary Summit of the East African Community Heads of State. I thank you, Your Excellencies, for your profound commitment for the East African Community Regional Integration Agenda. The region is forever grateful for your tireless efforts to foster structural transformation for sustainable development of our community. Your Excellencies, today, and as you have said, Your Excellency, the chair of the EAC Heads of State Summit, today marks a momentous occasion in the region's integration history as Your Excellencies consider admission of Democratic Republic of Congo into EAC. It brings hope to the people as we widen, deepen economic, political, social, and cultural integration that will improve the quality of lives and prosperity of the people of East Africa. This achievement is a ode to Your Excellencies for your vision and guidance that you have continued to provide for this region. Following your directive, Your Excellencies, at the 18th Extraordinary Summit held on 22nd December 2021, to expeditiously commence and conclude negotiations with the DRC for admission into the East African community, I'm pleased, Your Excellencies, to report that these negotiations concluded successfully on the 24th January 2022. Indeed, it was seamless, with sectors from both sides easily compatible, making the negotiations easy and completed within the set timelines. Your Excellency's admission of DRC into the East African community comes indeed with increased GDP and expanded market size, making East African community a home to about 300 million people, which is mutually beneficial to the people of both East African community and indeed DRC, but also by providing employment and investment opportunities that come along with this new development. Your Excellencies, the East African community now spans from the Indian Ocean to the Atlantic Ocean, making the region competitive and easy to access the larger African continental free trade area. Excellencies, with lower tariffs on goods and the removal of trading restrictions among partner states, we anticipate that goods and services will move freely within the region. With a larger market, manufacturers in the region, whether large or small, will benefit from the economies of scale, making them increasingly efficient and competitive. We therefore invite the private sector to work closely with the public sector to tap the benefits of this new development in our region. The DRC's entry requires integrating our trade infrastructure, intermodal connectivity, one-stop border post and trade systems so that we can reduce the trade time taken and the costs that are involved. Enhancing trade facilitation will enable formal and informal cross-border trade along the region's transport corridors. Your Excellencies, upon accession to the treaty establishing the East African Community, and depositing the instrument of acceptance with the Secretary General, DRC will join EAC cooperation in all the sectors, programs, and activities that promote the 4 pillars of EAC integration. Collaboration in these areas will help us achieve the community's objectives as set out in Article 5 of the East African Treaty. Your Excellencies, I thank you for the support that you've continued to render to the community's organs and institutions throughout the admission process, a testimony to your dedication to the realization of a bigger, stronger, and united region. I wish to extend my sincere appreciation to the Council of Ministers for their continuous guidance and all the East African Community partner states for their involvement throughout the admission process to set the stage for this historic occasion. Your Excellencies, as I conclude, with French as an official language of the community, the Secretariat has developed a proposal for simultaneous translation of Kiswahili and French into EAC statutory meetings, accommodate admission of DRC as it was directed by Your Excellencies on the 27th February 2021. This proposal is due for consideration by the next Council. Once approved, it will allow us to seamlessly conduct business in the community. I wish to appreciate my colleagues, the EAC staff, for their dedication and service to the community. Their commitment throughout this process has made us achieve this milestone with ease. I invite them to continue with this spirit as I propose to work closely with the Council to develop a mechanism that will improve the staff welfare. That has stagnated for sometimes, Your Excellencies. I urge the citizens of the East African Community to warmly welcome the people of Democratic Republic of Congo into our wonderful community. Excellencies, heads of state, ladies and gentlemen, I humbly submit. Asante sana, thank you. Je te remercie.
Thank you very much, Secretary General. Now, Your Excellencies, as you already know, we have already considered and adopted in our closed session the report by Chair of Council, and we did this during our closed session. And the summit has therefore taken a decision to admit the DRC as a full member of the East African Community, the details of which will be reported fully in the communique by the Secretary General. So once again, Your Excellencies, as I have just said in my statement, I take this opportunity to warmly welcome His Excellency Felix Antoine Tshisekedi Tshilombo of the Democratic Republic of Congo, who is also in attendance with us and will have the opportunity to make some remarks in due course into our community. Your Excellencies, at this juncture, I would like to open the floor for statements from heads of state and government, and I would like to invite His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni to make his remarks. Welcome, Your Excellency.
Your Excellency, President Uhuru Kenyatta, His Excellency President Paul Kagame of Rwanda, His Excellency, High Excellency Mama Samia Hassan, His Excellency Antoine Tshisekedi, President of the DRC, the Vice President of Burundi, the Minister from South Sudan, the Secretary General. The joining of the East African Community by DRC is a big event of great significance. I have been involved in these efforts for almost the last almost 60 years. And this is really very pleasant that DRC has finally reconnected formally with East Africa. What we call DRC now is very well known to we, the people of the Great Lakes. A part of it was part of the Kingdom of Rwanda, Ruchuru area. Another part was part of the Kingdom of Bunyoro. Then the forest, we called it Bulega. In fact, we even have a king who was called Kabarega, meaning he had a connection with the Congo people. Therefore, all these areas, we are connected. Before colonialism, as Mama Hassan said, Rwanda, Burundi, Karagwe, Tanzania, Buhaya, Kavirondo, what we used to call Kavirondo, that's Kenya, Usukuma. These were all connecting before colonialism. But when the colonists came, the Belgians took one side, then the British another side. That's how we got disconnected. So it's good that we are reassembling. In the 1960s, towards the end, even Zambia had applied to join the East African community. The Secretariat can check the records. Even Somalia had applied. Therefore, Congo coming is very crucial. It's a very big event. It's good that it has happened when I'm still alive. I'm a very happy man. Now, this means, as the Secretary General said, that this part of the world is connected coast to coast, Indian Ocean to the Atlantic. Population about 300 million people, the majority of which speak Swahili, because many people in Congo speak Swahili, apart from the other local languages, which we also share. So therefore, for people who are looking for prosperity, because really that is the main issue, this is a very big contribution. Prosperity means you produce and you sell. The more buyers you have, the better for that business. I'm therefore, on behalf of the people of Uganda, welcoming His Excellency Antoine Tshisekedi and Congo, DRC, to join us, their brothers and sisters. We now need to work on the issue of peace in Eastern Congo, because that area has been disturbed for a long time by different groups. But if we work together, that problem can be solved. So I thank His Excellency Uhuru for chairing us for this year. I thank everybody for supporting the reassembling of the African people. And I welcome and thank His Excellency Tshisekedi for finally bringing the DRC into the East African community. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, President Museveni. You've had a long history since the very onset of the restart of the East African community, and we thank you for your contribution. I would now like to give the floor to His Excellency, President Paul Kagame of the Republic of Rwanda. Your Excellency, you have the floor.
Excellency, President Uhuru Kenyatta, Chairperson of the Summit, Excellencies, Heads of State, Secretary General of the East African Community, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Let me once again thank the Chairperson of the East African Community, President Uhuru Kenyatta, for convening this extraordinary summit to consider the admission of the Democratic Republic of Congo into the East African community, which is in line with our quest for wider and deeper integration of our region and the continent. I congratulate our brothers and sisters from the Democratic Republic of Congo and welcome them into the East African Community family. Rwanda commends the Council of Ministers and the East African Community Secretariat for speeding up this admission process. The accession of DRC and institutions of the community I urge all organs and institutions of the community to accelerate the full integration of DRC into organization in keeping with the roadmap approved by the Council of Ministers. Rwanda stands ready to play its part in this process. Before I conclude, allow me to extend our condolences to the government and the people of Uganda for the untimely passing of their Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Jacob Olanya. Once again, Mr. President, the chair of our community, I congratulate you for convening us for this important occasion. And I congratulate the Democratic Republic of Congo and President Felix Antoine Tshisekedi for this historic step. I thank you very much for your kind attention.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. And we also equally appreciate the incredible role that Rwanda continues to play in the integration process of our region. Thank you very much. I now give the floor to Her Excellency President Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania. Your Excellency, you have the floor.
Thank you, Chair. Your Excellency Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, President of the Republic of Kenya and Chairperson of the EAC Heads of State, Excellencies Heads of State and Government, representatives of the Heads of State of Burundi and South Sudan, Secretary General for the EAC, Speaker of the EALA, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Excellencies, it is an honor to be with you again, albeit virtually. Before I continue, Honorable Chair, allow me to join other speakers, the previous speakers, to express our condolences to our dear brother, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, and through him to the members of Parliament, the bereaved family, and the people of Uganda for the demise of the former Speaker, Honorable Jacob Olanya. May the Almighty God grant his soul to all and rest the soul of Honorable Olanya in eternal peace. Amen. Excellencies, I also wish to commend His Excellency Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta for convening this important meeting with a very important agenda to our region, as its outcome will set another milestone, not only to the East African community, but also to the continent. With a long historical relationship with all EAC partner states, DRC is today officially joining the community as a full member. Tanzania say karibu sana, DRC. And